I always like to get my listeners involved as much as I can. So this is from the Tyler86 on Instagram. He goes, obviously, you'll have to ask her about how Mother Maria came together, the writing process, hooking up with Slash, etc. We got to some of that. And he just wants to let you know it's an absolute brilliant song in his humble opinion. But in all of our opinions, it's a brilliant song. So, yeah.
So basically, Slash sent me some guitar recording changes. And then I took it to the piano. And that's when I kind of redid it, put a melody and a lyric on it, turned it in, was really excited about it. And the first thing he said when I showed it to the studio was, what happened to the song? It doesn't sound like the same song. But I think it's because I didn't write it from a standpoint on the guitar. I went to the piano because I've got a way larger vocabulary on piano. So it'd be easier for me to write it on the piano, right? So, but it clearly, I'm still using a lot of his changes. And then when we recorded it, I loved it. But I don't think it was hard rock enough to fit in with the rest of the other artists that were on that record. And I think, and you know what I love about Slash so much? Instead of him having his manager call me and let me know it wasn't going to end up on it, which is what most people do in this business because they're freaking pussies, and everybody always wants to be the good guy and make their manager the bad guy. I hate that. He personally called me himself. And he said, I'm really, really sorry, dude, it's not going to make it to my album, but we are going to do it for a relief album. And then it will also go to iTunes. And I'm like, right on, man. Thank you so much for calling and letting me know that. And I just love that. I love the respect of him doing that himself like that.
Yeah,
that's
right
so
on.
Cool.
Yeah, right on. Absolutely. I mean, how many of us can identify with that? They get somebody else, you know, a boss to do their dirty work, their lackey or whatever. And for Slash, he doesn't need to do that. And I'll just say, I mean, it's obviously the record's been out for several years. I don't care if it's hard rocking enough. You love the ballad. So it's out regardless, wherever you find it, whether it was on that original album or by itself. So I'm just glad that you two got to collaborate, especially you both being blues-based. I mean, that's just, I hope more in the future.